centuries, riding slowly side by side. No banners high above them, no triumph in their gaze, just tired men returning from another age. When the old bells rang again and the horsemen reached the lane, every soul inside that house felt the past breathe once again. And the fear inside the silence slowly broke beneath their names. Yeah, the dead stood beside the living when the old bells rang again. One old knight knelt down slowly, chainmail shining dull and worn. Faith held out her little daisy like a promise reborn. Grace stood frozen by the firelight. Josh lowered his shaking hands. Sam watched tears fall from Thomas like he finally understood the plan. Then the old crusader spoke, "We have returned to stand once more. Do not fear the coming darkness, you will not face it alone." When the old bells rang again, hope rose up against the rain, and the broken found a reason just to keep breathing again. Through the thunder and the embers, through the scars that still remained, yeah, the dead stood beside the living when the old bells rang again.